What's good, everyone? Aggie Coach here.
You know, USC coaches in the house as
Coach
well.
Pope. So,
You know it.
guys, welcome to our first video. This video is going to be teaching you guys the new alternative passing system for the FAT8 conference called strategic zone passing. In this video, we're going to actually go over the rules and talk a little bit about some defensive and offensive schemes that you guys can run. We're gonna try not to get too complicated because we really want to just focus on the rule system itself, so you guys can understand what strategic zone passing is. Let me start by explaining what zone passing is. Zone passing is when a quarterback throws the ball to a spot on the field. The receiver knows the play coming out of the huddle, and he knows that he's supposed to get to a spot. He has to go and make sure that he gets to that spot. The quarterback's going to throw it to a spot. He got to get there and make the catch, right? So what we're doing here in the FAT8 is we are giving you guys an alternative. You guys will see this in the rule book. We have two different ways to pass the ball. Either using the TTQB or the toe pro passer or the SF quarterback or the game changer, whichever one you guys decide to use. Or you can use this alternative passing system that we call strategic zone passing, meaning that there is a strategy to ball placement that you got to learn.
Absolutely. On top of that as well, guys, understand when a coach is telling you about zone passing, understand that majority of college football, real football, is based on timing and the actual receivers knowing where and how to run their routes and the quarterback knowing when and how to throw the football. That's the basic concept of understanding how zone and how to beat zone coverages. So with the strategic placement that's put in place, the strategic throwing concept, it's understanding and trying to bring that element from real football into the actual game we're playing that we love so much.
Absolutely. And so one of the things, we talk about this a lot. One of the things that the FAT8 system prides itself on is staying true to the NCAA rules and procedures manual and making sure that we are playing American football on an electric field, right? So let's go ahead and dig down into it. Now, I've already done the how to play the FAT8 rule system, a series of 6 videos. If you guys want to review that before looking at this video, go to our YouTube channel, go and check out the how to play FAT8 football. We're not going to really get into that too much in this video. Here we're going to primarily focus on strategic zone passing. So in this case, I'm not going to do any audibles or any motions or anything like that to make it too complex, right? I'm going to just run it. So with field vision into action, if you guys remember, players respond to what they can see in their field arc, right? That is the front of their base and along the sides, right? And you are you're allowed to have 3 stops. That is the snap to put the ball in play, direct your blocking and routes, then read and react, and then the end of the play. Very simple. So we're going to go ahead and do our snap real quick. There's a snap. The quarterback now has the ball. Okay, so I'm going to direct my blocking. I'm not going to do too much because I want to just run some routes so we can get into this passing system.
I'll stay where I'm at right now.
Okay, cornerback's got to turn around.
That's true. Okay.
All right, so we get ready to throw the ball. So the cornerbacks are going to turn and run. All right, and here we go. Okay, we got our receivers out. Now, here is what you do. The first procedure to strategic zone passing is designate who your receiver is that you're going to throw the ball to. Once I designate who that individual is, who my intended receiver is, I, at that stage, can only pivot that receiver, right? So that's the first part of the procedure. So in this case, I am going to designate number 83 as my intended receiver. Okay? Now, there are 2 things that you need to use this system. You don't need passing sticks. You don't need any measurement tools. You don't need any tape measures. You don't need any of that. You need a 5-inch circumference piece of plastic. The template, you can find these at Games Workshop. You can find these on eBay, or you can cut out your own. It just needs to be 5-inch circumference. This designates the zone, right, where the cornerback and the receiver are fighting for the ball. You cannot place the ball within this zone. It has to be placed outside of this zone, right? Now, because it is a circumference, the quarterback has this shows quarterback intelligence. The quarterback has to know where to place the ball, right? So basically, you take the interior hole and you put it over top of the receiver. Everything under this zone template right here, everything under that template, the ball cannot be placed anywhere in that zone. It has to be placed outside of the zone. So now you have the second thing you need is a moving ball. So this right here is our moving ball. You guys, you can get this for 5 cents. This right here is a 5-cent eraser. This is an earbud that I just clipped off and glued down to a base. You tweak your base to go in a straight line and you're ready to rock, right? Very easy. So what I do is the quarterback, so we want to say the quarterback's trajectory is going like this, right? So I have to place the ball outside of the zone template. In this case, the quarterback is going to lead the receiver. So I make sure that it is outside of the zone template. It has to be. Now I can direct that receiver to go get the ball. All defensive players that can see the ball can react. Of course, defensive players react when they see the ball go up in the air. This is a moving ball concept, guys. And we play through. We're going to let you guys in the other video that I'm going to post where Coach Pope and I go head-to-head and run a whole series of plays. Man, it was so exciting, so much fun. You guys will get a chance to see that. All right, so we are ready. Now we just go to make the catch. Oh, incomplete pass. All right, nobody made the catch that time. The ball was overthrown, as you guys can see. The defensive player missed it. The offensive player missed it. And that is it. So, guys, in a nutshell, it basically works like this. If your receiver touches the ball first, it's a completed pass. If a defensive player touches the ball first, it's an interception. If a defensive player collides with an offensive player before the offensive designated receiver touches the ball, it's pass interference on defense. If the offensive player does the opposite, if the offensive player interferes with the defensive player in his track to go get the ball, is offensive pass interference. And that is it. That's it in a nutshell. That's it. It's very, very simple, right? So, we're 7 minutes in. We'll run one more play.
Okay.
Let's run one more play.
That's good, Coach.
And so you guys can get a chance to see. Because, I mean, when you guys play this, like, you'll see there's a lot that you can do with this. It's a whole lot. So we're going to do it one more time. We're going to run one more play. We're going to let it rock one more time, and then we'll call it. So we'll be right back. Okay, guys. So, all right. So we're going to run one more play so you guys can kind of just try to get a feel for it. And then look for part 2 of this video. This is part 1. Look for part 2. It's going to be titled FAT8 Strategic Zone Passing Head-to-Head. And it'll say Coach Pope and Aggie Coaching. You'll see. There you'll get a chance. You'll see us run a series of plays. So you can see how it actually plays. It's really, really awesome. Okay. So, all right. So we're going to take our snap. And again, guys, this is a pass play. So, as to keep things kind of standard, I'll just direct my guys to run routes. Watch that X route over there now.
I see it.
All right, here we go. Woo! Oh! Now that's great coverage. That's great coverage right there. Oh, man. He took the wide receivers out of that play. I only got one receiver to throw the ball to, guys. As you guys can see, I got one receiver to throw the ball to. So now if you guys look at this, I'm going to direct this quarterback so you guys can see. If you're now, you got to imagine yourself being the quarterback, right? You see you standing here. and you understand that that receiver is running this way, right? So what you're going to do, you're going to lead him, right? With the ball, you're going to lead him, right? So he runs right under it. So that's what this represents. So this right here is the zone where the defense and everything is. The quarterback is going to throw the ball out here, right? Outside of that zone, right? He's leading the receiver. The receiver's got to go get the ball. Okay, let me make sure. Am I good?
You're good.
All right. Let's see if he makes the catch. Oh, overthrows him again. Oh, man.
Oh man, what did he just go towards us?
Overthrows him again.
Oh man.
Anyway, guys, so that's how it plays. So now it's just about, you getting your angles and having receivers to actually go get that ball. So that time, a lot of pressure on the quarterback. He overthrew the receiver. But that is essentially how it works. That's
pretty good.
That's how it is.
It's actually pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Yeah, it is. It also leaves that era that's in football. You're gonna have quarterbacks who's under pressure. You're gonna see that they sometimes make throws that are not as accurate.
Right.
Hence where you see here, and you can see that played out in the game. And then you have it when he has plenty of times how accurate the ball can be. So you see that also, that realism is in the football game as well.
Right. So the thing about this that I like is it's not always a gimme.
True.
Right.
Very true.
You're not guaranteed that you're gonna make this catch, right? So it's not so simplified that like you recognize the ball is moving. Like in real football, the ball is actually moving.
Absolutely.
So it's not a gimme. You're not gonna necessarily make the catch. It's not a gimme every time you go out for a pass. That you're gonna get it. So we really like it, like the way that it's playing out.
I like that where you have the option of doing both systems in the same game, and players can pick and choose based upon their strengths and weaknesses. If you're a very good passer, you may want to go with the first option. If you're not as strong in passing, then this is another alternative that's excellent, and it doesn't take away from the game.
Right.
It keeps within the flow of the game, which is awesome.
Right. And I really like that. But I'm going to tell y'all, this is my thing right here. This is my thing right here. I like the toe pro passer. Right?
It's nice.
So it's nice. Like,
it's nice.
And,
He's
I
deadly.
practice with it enough.
Aggie coach is deadly with that thing. I'm telling you.
Like,
he's deadly. Oh, man. Oh, man. He's so dangerous.
I don't want to miss.
And yes, and then when I say this is not dangerous with that thing. No, I said it the right time. That thing. Yeah, he's dangerous. He is so dangerous. He's so accurate. And when you have that kind of skill, it's invaluable. But like I said again, if you're struggling with that skill or while you're developing that skill, this is also a good alternative.
It's a good alternative.
And it allows you to still be competitive.
Yeah.
The fun competitive while you're in the game. So you don't get that disheartening feeling like, because I don't have that kind of skill, the game is over for me. It's not over.
No, I mean, this is a great alternative, and it's a lot of fun. And like I said, guys, make sure that you go watch video number 2, where we play head-to-head. We run through a series, and you get a chance to see this thing in full effect, man. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I mean, with this, you can throw the underneath routes. You can do the comebacks. You can do,
back shoulder fades. Seam routes.
All of those
you got
seams.
it all.
Yeah, you can do it all with this system.
Man, and lose nothing.
So here's what I would like for you guys to do. I'm going to stop the video here. What I would like for you guys to do, definitely give us some feedback. Play test the rule system and tell me what you think. I'm going to be putting it down in the rule book this week. At some point this week, I'll be posting it on our Facebook page. Miniature FAT8 College Football. You guys come download the rule book. The new updates will be up at some point this week. You guys will see it. The new pass system will be in there. You guys download the rule book. Go through the pass system. Practice it. Play test it. Give me some feedback. Tell us what you think about it. And keep in mind, over time, we're going to be tweaking it and making it better. like what we're doing right now and actually play testing it, but we're going to tweak it and make it better. And anytime we make adjustments, those new updates will be posted and you guys can pull them down. We might even do some FAQs later on down the road. So we're going to haul out. We're out.
Peace. FAT8 for life.
All right, guys. Comment, like, and subscribe.